Hello, welcome back to Wholesome and Natural Living. My name is Maudlin. I garden in Zone 7B in my backyard, and today I'm going to show you how I preserve my apples. So this is my apple tree behind me, also some grapevines that I have, because it's about to be ready soon, in maybe about 6 weeks, and if I don't do something to protect them and cover them, I'm only going to get half of them. They're going to be eaten by insects. When I cut inside of them, they're going to be, just rotten. And so this is my second time doing this. And so I thought I'd share. I do live behind the highway there, so excuse the noise, but I'm happy you're here. All right, let's do this. Okay, guys, so this is my apple tree. You can see the apples are medium to small size, but I would like them to ripen and piece and get to bigger sizes, because typically I'll get something like a little bit bigger than this one. And this year I want bigger apples, damn it, and there's nothing wrong with that. So the first thing I'll do is I'll do a little bit of maintenance. So I'll pick up, if you have an apple tree or a fruit tree, you know that as soon as it falls in on the ground, you pick it up. You don't leave that, because it's going to attract more insects. So I'm going to do a little bit of maintenance. I do this every other day, and I'm going to in order to create better airflow, I'm going to cut out the branches that are not fruiting or not currently carrying apples. So this is a perfect example of that. And then I'm gonna just use this mesh. I don't recommend plastic, but you can if you want to. But I get this from Amazon and Temu, and I have a set here, so I'll show you what I'm working with. So I have this ladder because I'm 5'3", and I need to get all the way up there. So, and at times my husband will have to help me, because he can't even reach all the way up there. So I recommend these mesh bags, because it's breathable. Even when it rains, it's fine. It's not gonna get rotten. So I have a couple of those. Again, I got these from Temu, but you'll find them on Amazon too. I have my ladder here. I have my gloves. And this basket is just to help me pick up whatever I need to, intentionally throw them in there, and then I'll compost them or something. But yeah, this is the apple tree, and then not far from it is the grapes, my grapevine. I know I still haven't gotten around to properly trellis it, but I need to cover it because they're getting bigger and they're changing colors, and most of them are like becoming raisins over here. I don't know what's that about, but I have a pretty decent cluster that I need to protect. So we're going to do that right now. So I've outlined all my things that I'm going to need. I have my ladder here for when I'm ready getting ready to climb up. So the first step is I have my gloves on, and we're going to pick up, and I have this little bucket that I'm going to put whatever it is that I collected. And then I'm going to get on the ladder and then start removing the branches. I actually love this. It's somewhat therapeutic. But let's pick up what's on the ground first. So here is one, and I do a pretty good job, so there shouldn't really be a lot. Honestly, it's just that first one that might have fallen yesterday, because I do a pretty good job at coming out here most mornings. I do my morning gratitude walk, and I'll just collect them, and I'll just get rid of them, because I don't want them. I don't want there's another one. I don't want the insects to to stick around. The first year we moved here, I had a beehive because it was so convenient for them. So then I'll start in the bottom and just start plucking. I do have shears, but I'll just start removing the ones that are really holding the tree down. Because what you want, once I cover them, what I'm looking for is better airflow. So I'm just not going for the main branches, but I'll just cut the branches that are just not really helpful, because you want to have good airflow. And sometimes I'll have to use my shears, so I'll get those out. And I try not to take a branch that is supporting apples, because that is not the purpose here. But I'm just making sure that my apple tree has enough airflow, or not carrying unnecessary branches, so that it could ripen the apples and make this a lot better. And generally pruning your plants and your fruit trees is really, you know, is a must. So I think at this point I may have to get some shears, but I'm just gonna do a few more with you guys here. And if I need my shears, when I need my shears, I'm going to get them. So just a couple more. So just, you know, branches that are not supporting anything that are going to help with better airflow. Because when I have the bags, it's going to be hanging. So you want to make sure the bags probably get air. So this is why this is important to do. All right, so I'll show you guys when I'm putting the bags on. Just wanted to give you guys a view of on top. So I'm on the ladder, and this is how many branches I've already just knocked off, and some of the apples that are already been bitten, but the ones that are higher are a lot bigger and they're ripening. So yeah, it's just fascinating. I should do this more often, not just once, but a couple times throughout the growing season. This is just amazing. So I don't have an apple nearby, but I'm just gonna show you what this is. So I have the bag here, and so let's take this apple for example. Bear with me. I'm just going to cover it because I kind of like went around it and cleaned it up. And I'm just gonna take, I literally have my phone with me, I don't have my tripod. I'm just gonna take the two ends. This may not be the best example. And then just pull it and tie it. So it's going to stay like this. And again, it's breathable, no matter what the weather is. I'm gonna tighten it a lot more so that way water does not come in easily. But even if it does, that's fine. Just want the pest out. So it reduces pest pressure a lot. So that way you can get more of your apples. So if you have an apple tree, consider trying this. And then next I'll move and show you guys how I do this for the grapes. All right, so here is my grape cluster over here, and same deal. I'm just going to take this mesh bag and just loop it around, and then take the two ends right here and then tighten them. So hold on, and like this. So you guys see how it looks like. And this is the apples. What it's looking like. So you can see the mesh bags. I'm not done yet. Actually have to stop because we have to do something, but I'm just gonna continue. I did about like a good percentage, but I have to finish the ones on top. So yeah, this is what we're looking like. And I think this one's gonna get a lot bigger. This one too, because they're now protected and still can breathe. So I recommend you guys can try this, but you can do this with plastic, but I just don't like plastic to be near my food like that. So I just prefer this mesh bag because it's really protecting them. So my grapes will stay mine until they ripen. So I hope that was enjoyable and informative for you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye now. Take care.